Hi YouTube, this your boy bigboysnacksjonnytv, and tonight I'll go my AEW Double or Nothing review on highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content, cause I'm on the road to 6K along with my 3K watch hours. So yeah, and I'm on the road to 6K. I already said it already. I'm on the road to 3K watch hours along with that membership. Follow my social media down below in the description. And let's get started. Now AEW Double or Nothing was a fantastic show. This by far this is one of my favorite AEW Double or Nothing in 2024. AEW Double or Nothing was a fantastic show, and I enjoyed it. 10 out of 10 for me. It says during the buy-in, Tony Khan and Martha Hart come to the stage for an announcement regarding this year's Owen Hart's Foundation tournaments. With it being the Foundation 25th anniversary, Martha and Tony had discussed the possibility of the stake being raised for the women's of the men's and women's tournament. Tony Khan announced that the finals of the tournament would take place July 10th in Calgary as part of the annual Calgary Stampede festivities, and that the men's and women's tournament winners this year will also earn a world championship match at AEW All In. Welcome to the AEW Double or Nothing, coming back to where it all begins as we celebrate 5 years of AEW at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. The opening video and pyro gives way to Will Ospreay making his way to the ring for our first match of the night. Out next is Roderick Strong, coming by to the ring by Undisputed Kingdom before this International Championship match gets underway. AEW International Championship match, Roderick Strong versus Will Ospreay. This was a good match. Will Ospreay tries to blindside Roderick Strong with a hidden blade, but gets caught, leading to the melee with the champ and his pals to fight spills to the outside, where Will Ospreay managed to dispatch the Kingdom, focus his attention on the champ who charged at him only to be taken down by the challenger to a big pop from the crowd. Both men are back in the ring going at it until Roger Strong sends Will Ospreay to the outside once more, distracting the referee while Matt Taven and Mike Bennett set the challenger up, leading to a clothesline off the shoulders and into the floor. Roger Strong takes advantage of this after the referee checks on Will Ospreay and starts wearing the challenger down in the ring. Will Ospreay starts fighting back with some chops, but is sent to the corner by the champ for some hard right hands. Roger Strong drops the challenger down hard and gets a near fall, but bringing Will Ospreay back up to his feet and turns to a jawbreaker on the champ instead. Trey of Trey of strikes leads to Roger Strong sending Will Ospreay to the corner, but the challenger catches him by surprise, dropping the champ to the mat instead. Matt Taven and Mike Bennett hop onto the apron looking to get involved, distracting the referee long enough for Warlow to run in, but an attempt to hit a powerbomb goes Ari when the ref catches him. He ejects Warlow from the ring while Will Ospreay catches the champ with a Chiginado for Strong to flee to the outside, where he and the Undisputed Kingdom get caught with a corkscrew moonsault from the aerial assassin. Will Ospreay brings the champ back into the ring and gets a near fall before Roger Strong gets to his feet for some strikes. Will Ospreay responds with a fury of offense instead. Offense leading to a near fall of his own. Will Ospreay heads to the top, but is intercepted by the champ, who climbs the turnbuckle himself, only to be knocked down to the canvas before Will Ospreay leaps off. He lands on his feet as Roger Strong walks away, but seems to have jammed his knee, and the champ takes advantage, catching Will Ospreay with the stronghold. Will Ospreay tries to fight out of it, only for the champ to transition to a clover leaf until Will Ospreay manages to grab the rope. Roger Strong continues to wear the challenger down, however getting a near fall in the process, but hits a superplex followed by a backbreaker to stay in control. Roger Strong takes the ropes for a high boot, but gets caught with a powerbomb by Will Ospreay, sending the champ down hard to the mat. Both men slowly get to their feet now, trading strikes back and forth before Roger Strong catches Will Ospreay down low with a kick to the knee. Only for Will Ospreay to catch him by surprise again. He goes for a Styles clash, but Roger Strong fights out, but gets dropped within House Carter instead. Will Ospreay with the cover, but the champ kicks out. The referee checks on Roger Strong as Will Ospreay waits in the corner, where Don Callis leaves commentary to talk to the assassin about using the Tiger Driver. 91. Will Ospreay has a moment of crisis as he eventually goes after the champ, looking to hit the Tiger Driver 91, but paused too long, allowing the champ to break out and hits a gutbuster. Roger Strong hits the Ospreay high boot and the cover, but Will Ospreay kicks out. Roger Strong backs up, looking for end of headache heart attack, but Will Ospreay fights out. Roger Strong fights back and goes for it again, but this time the challenger hits the hidden blade, followed by the Stormbreaker for the pin to win the belt. The winner of the match and your new AEW International Champion, Will Ospreay. This was a good match to open up the show. Okay, Will Ospreay celebrates amidst a big pop from the crowd before making his way to the back. Moments later, Adam Cole music hits as the leader of the Undisputed Kingdom makes his way to the ring. Adam Cole says it's story time before running down the crowd in Las Vegas, saying he should be rehabbing his knee to get back to wrestling. He talks about being a little devil in all of us, and that the devil will get his due, and his name is MJF. The lights go out as he tries to pose. As the lights come back on, and we get a video on the screen. We're inside someone's home, and it soon becomes how clear whose house now swerves. LOL. As we see a room with MJF pictures and memorabilia. Shortly after that, MJF's music hits as the former AEW World Champion makes his way to the stage, sporting a new look with a dim, dim, demi jacket and pants instead of his past attire. MJF has an intense look on his face as he walks down to the ring, staring at the devil mask on the mat and then at Adam Cole. Amidst chanting from the crowd, MJF goes in to hug his old friend, only to kick him in his little baby, dropping Adam Cole to a pop from the crowd. MJF grabs the microphone, running Adam Cole down for calling for someone to get him out of MJF's ring. MJF talks about the mistakes he made trusting Adam Cole, a mistake he will make again. Adam Cole didn't take MJF out. He only woke him up to realize who he is, and that is the best wrestler out there today. Because he's better than you, and you know it. He wants the rest of the locker room now, saying he don't need a New Japan or Vince McMahon to make him because MJF made MJF. He took shots at Vince McMahon. Um, he says there won't be any funny business now because he's back to being driven by what brings the best out of him hate. When MJF is driven by hate, nobody is safe. MJF grabs the devil's mask, says masks are adored by cowards, and he is done hiding. He's also done apologizing for who he is, and that's the absolute best. MJF then says the doesn't need a mask to prove that no one is on the level of the devil. This mask and everything it symbolizes can go straight to hell. A point assassinated by stomping away at the mask, taking his jacket and shirt off and hitting a elbow drop on the mask before throwing it to the crowd. Okay, MJF says he's been betting on himself since day one. He's all in double or nothing in case he hasn't made an appearance to quote a great man. MJF tells the chairman to zoom in, revealing a tattoo that reads bet on yourself and with an AEW logo chip before calling himself the Wolf of Wrestling because he's not freaking leaving. MJF's music hits, the crowd cheering him on as he heads up the ramp to the back. That was a good promo by That was a good segment by MJF. I'm glad MJF is back in AEW. Okay, let's move on. Video package. The issue between Jay White and Pac have led to this unified World Trios match between Bullet Club Gold and Death Triangle. Back at ringside, Death Triangle makes his way to the ring for our next match. Out next are the champs as Bullet Club Gold, Bullet Club Gold or the Bang Bang Gang, depends on who you ask, make their way down to the ring before this match gets underway. So we get the AEW 6-man Unified World Trios Tag Team Champions match. Bullet Club Gold, Jay White, Austin, and Colton Gunn defends against Death Triangle, Pac, Ray Phoenix, and Penta El Zero Miedo. This was a fun 6-man tag team match. We start things off with Pac and Jay White, who immediately tags in Colton Gunn. Colton Gunn charges at Pac, but gets taken on with a hip toss instead. Colton Gunn tries to fight back, but he gets caught with another hip toss before tagging in Austin, who gets caught with a fury of offense by Pac, leading to a hip toss that ends up sending Austin out of the ring. Colton Gunn, Colton Gunn and Jay White try to intervene, but that leads to Death Triangle confronting them in the ring. Austin gets back in just as Penta tags in for a fury of offense on Austin before Ray Phoenix tags himself in for a wheelbarrow slam and a near fall. Colton Gunn tags in, but is soon met with a triple attack from Death Triangle. Austin runs in, but is beaten down by a trio as well, while Jay White tags himself in, leading the chaos that spills to the outside, while Pac gets caught by Jay White for a Blade Runner attempt. Jay White goes for a DDT instead that seems to do some damage on Pac's neck. The referee checking on him before Jay White hits a neck breaker for a near fall. Tag made to Austin now, who continues to target the injured neck of Pac as he brings him to the corner for a tag right back to the switchblade chop by Jay White, who drops Pac to the mat for a near fall. Jay White says on the attack, however, catching Pac on the bottom rope with a slingshot and a near fall before transitioning to a single leg crab to keep him isolated from the corner, tagging Colton Gunn. But Pac kicks him away for a tag to Austin, but the Guns can't stop Pac from making the tag to Penta. Penta goes off on the Guns, leading to the Lucha Bros double team, but the pin is broken up by the Switchblade Jay White. Tag himself in, but is met with a double team by the Lucha Bros, and in with a spinning driver to the mat by Penta L Zero for a pin for a near fall. Tag made to Pac. Chaos ensures between all 6 men, and Penta hitting a Canadian destroyer on Colton, and Jay White hitting a U-range on Ray Phoenix. Pac in the corner and taking Colton Gunn down before hitting a snap German suplex on Austin, and a triple team attack connects on Jay White while after leading to a stump and Fear Factor combo. The Guns grab the golden bat from ringside, distracting the referee as Pac goes up top, only to be intercepted by the returning Juice Robinson. Juice Robinson drops him off the turnbuckle, leading to a Blade Runner that gets the champ the pin and the win to retain. The winner by the match and still your AEW Unified World Trios Champion, the Bullet Club Gold. Alright, let's move on. That was a fun 6-man tag team match. Video package: the return of Serena D lead her on a beeline for the AEW Women's World Championship as the Professor takes on Timeless Tony Storm. Back at ringside, Serena D makes her way to the ring for our next match, followed by the AEW Women's World Champion as Timeless Tony Storm heads to the ring, and this match is now underway. So we get the AEW Women's Championship match. Tony Storm defends against Serena Deeb. This match was pretty good. Serena Deeb is quick to go on the attack here, tying up the champ with holds before hitting a dropkick on the Professor of the Timeless One. Tony Storm sent to the corner, but just as quickly fights back before sending the challenger to the outside. The champ brings Serenity back into the ring, but is distracted on the apron, leading to a dragon screw from Serenity that sends Tony Storm down to the floor. Serenity follows up on the outside before bringing the champ back in the ring for a near fall. Serenity is back on her feet now, going for a flying octopus hold on the champ, who steps over to the ring, and with her arms tied up, and she grabs the ropes with her teeth to force a break. That part was funny right there. Serenity is quick to reset, however, getting an ambitional stretch until Tony Storm managed to fight out, but is driven to the mat with another dragon screw by the challenger. Serenity brings her back up for yet another dragon screw, but Tony Storm counters, driving a knee on the professor for a near fall. This is followed by a tray of pinfall attempts from both the champion and the challenger until both women are forced to get back to their feet. Tony Storm catches Serenity in the corner with a backstabber, followed by a snap suplex and a fisherman's suplex for a near fall. Serenity goes after the champ with an armbar, looking for a triangle hold as Tony Storm makes her way back to her feet, where she draws Serenity with a power bomb. The champion locks in a cloverleaf as Serenity struggles, eventually reaching the reaching the ropes for the break. Both women are back on their feet as Serenity catches the champ with a fury of strikes, sending her to the ropes before taking Tony Storm down hard. Tony Storm sends to the corner as she tries to fight back, only to get hung up on the ropes by the professor. They each fight out of a suplex attempt until Serenity connects with a neckbreaker. Tony Storm makes it back to her feet, trading waist locks with Serenity before the challenger hits a German suplex and a lariat for the cover, but the champ kicks out. Serenity starts lightning kicking away before the champ gets back to her feet, only to being taken down for a near fall. But comes back with a sky high for a near fall of her own. Serenity gets to the corner, countering countering the champ for a single leg crab. As Tony Storm scrambles to the ropes, Serenity pulls her back in, but Tony Storm fights out. Tony Storm starting to fight back, but gets trapped in a single leg crab again. Mariah May looks furious at their sight, about to throw in the towel. Before Luther intervenes, Tony Storm gets under the ropes to break the hold. Seeing Luther with a towel and yelling at him before going back in the ring. Tony Storm with a near fall going back to the corner for a hip attack, but Serena Deeb stops her with a double bird salute, only to be caught with a Storm Zero for the cover, but the challenger kicks out this time. Tony Storm gets to the ropes, but is intercepted with a series of dragon screws, followed by the detox on the apron. Serenity brings the champ back into the ring for a second detox and a cover, but the champ kicks out. The fight goes to the corner, and now as they both go at it on the top, leading to an avalanche pile driver by the champ. Storm Zero immediately after get the pin and the win for the champ to retain. The winner of the match is still your AEW Women's World Champion, Timeless Tony Storm. This was a pretty good match. The champ celebrates on the ramp and amidst the trigger the ticker tape celebration before being joined by Mariah May in a big hug. All right, let's move on. Video package: Best friends turn into bitter rivals as Trent Reznor takes on Orange Cassidy here at Double or Nothing. Back at ringside, Trent Reznor makes his way to the ring for our next match. Orange Cassidy misses hits for a moment, but the man doesn't come out. Trent has a laugh about this until where is my mind. It revealing a slightly different look on Orange Cassidy wearing a black t-shirt and looks more serious than usual before this match gets underway. So we get Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta. And this match right here, this was this match was okay for what it was. Okay match. The The two rush at each other, trading blows, before Trent sends Cassidy to the corner with some hard strikes, laying him out. Trent continues the attack until Orange Cassidy turns things around, sending him into the turnbuckle and then to the outside for a big dive through the ropes, driving his former pal into the barricade. Orange Cassidy stays on top of things by sending Beretta onto a chair elsewhere at ringside, mounting up for some punches to the approval of the crowd. But Trent goes back on the attack, catching him by the throat at the ring post. Trent wears him down as the crowd leaves him know what they think, drawing a smirk from Beretta as he rains down some punches. Trent follows up with a suplex twice over, really wearing Cassidy down as he looks for a third, but Cassidy fights back. He gets sent to the corner where he hits a boot on Trent, but that is followed by a big suplex by Beretta, driving Cassidy down hard to the mat. Trent continues to attack, sending Orange Cassidy to the corner as he lays in some more punches as Orange Cassidy is sent to the corner once more, but he responds to this by putting his hands in his pocket. Trent is not pleased by this as he lays in some chops, but Orange Cassidy managed to fight back and drop Beretta to the mat. Orange Cassidy with a series of stomps into a running dropkick, and Trent tries to escape the corner as Orange Cassidy goes up top, only for Trent to head to the apron. Orange Cassidy goes after him and takes a pile driver to the apron for his troubles. Orange Cassidy barely moves on the floor as Trent heads out, setting up the steel steps for a repeat of a couple of weeks ago, only to get his arm caught by Cassidy, who hits him with a beach break to the floor. The ref begins the count as both men slowly makes their way to the ring, ending up in opposite corner as Orange Cassidy reaches out his arms like he wants a hug. But as Trent charges at him, Cassidy drops him down to the mat. Trent is already back to his feet, looking for a suplex, but it gets countered by the Strong Dog Millionaire is blocked as well. They go at it again, and this time Trent catches him with a pile drive for a near fall. Trent goes to the corner, mocking Orange Cassidy with his hands out this time, only to be met with a right hand by Orange Cassidy, who hits him with a beach break for the cover, but it's not enough as Trent kicks out. Orange Cassidy charged at him, but Trent catches him as he looks for a guapa, guapalata, only for Cassidy to trap him with a pin, picking up the win in the process. The winner of the match, Orange Cassidy. This match was okay for what it was. Trent leaves. Yeah, yeah. Matter of fact, this was a good match. I don't know why I said this was okay match, but I changed my mind. This was a good match. Trent leaves the ring not wanting to talk to Ricky Romero or to Renee Paquette as the ref has Orange Cassidy to his feet. This was a good match between Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta, roughly on the same level as their match on Dynamite, but I did find the add layer of Trent's reaction post match to be intriguing. AEW double or hashtag AEW double or nothing. Alright, let's move on. Video package. The learning tree has a bit of a task ahead of him as Hook looks to regain the FTW champion, because Yuri Shibata also wants to chop Jericho down to size and take the belt for himself. Back at ringside, Hook makes his way to the ring for our next match. Up next is Kazuchika Shibata, followed by the leading tree himself before this FTW Championship match gets underway. So we get the FTW Rules 3-Way Triple Threat match, Championship match. Chris Jericho versus Hook versus Kazuchika Shibata. Now this match right here, this was a decent triple threat match. This was decent. Hook goes on the attack early as he goes after Jericho as Shibata comes in only to be set out of the ring. Hook turns his attention to outside. setting up a table before grabbing Jericho on the apron. But Shibata runs into the ring, knocking both men off the apron. The action finally comes back into the ring as Chris Jericho grabs a bag from under the ring, revealing its contents as he dumps a bunch of dice onto the canvas. This ends up being a problem for Jericho as Hook suplexes him onto the dice, and this is then driven down by Shibata before both men start plating the champ with dice. Jericho gets sent to the outside as Hook and Shibata go at it, with Shibata hitting a throw on Hook into the dice. Hook rolls, Hook rolls to the outside, pulling a candlestick out as Shibata does the same. They slide into the ring as Jericho enters with one of his own, only for both main challengers to go after the leading tree, beating him down with a candle shots before going back after each other. Shibata heads back to the outside, grabbing a table to bring inside as he sets it up, but it's caught by a Hook. They go at it until the champ intervenes, only to be set up on the table by a Hook, who goes up top. Shibata intercepts, however, holding him up on his shoulders for a Death Valley driver that sends him onto Jericho, but not breaking the table itself, indicating that the leading tree is also the table as the champ recovers. Jericho props the table against the corner, only to be driven through it by Shibata. Shibata gets the champ trapped looking for a Muda lock before Hook gets involved, only to be trapped in an ankle lock by Shibata. Hook fights out, dropping Shibata down, which twists the ankle of Jericho in the process. Jericho catches Hook with a codebreaker when he gets to his feet, but Hook locks in the red drum on the champ. Jericho's fading, but Big Bill runs in to break it up. No, disqualification means the ref can't do nothing about the interference, as Big Bill looks for a chokeslam on Hook, who counters with a T-bone suplex, sending Big Bill through the table on the outside. Back in the ring, Shibata sends Jericho to the corner for some chops before Jericho counters into a walls of Jericho, but Shibata counters into a figure four leg lock. Hook runs in, locking the red drum, but Jericho is saved by a masked figure attacking both men. The figure puts a trash can on Shibata and reveals himself as Brian Keith. Hook goes on the attack, but is met with a Judas effect by the champ, who pins Shibata to pick up the win and retain. The winner by pinfall is still your FTW champion, Chris Jericho. This was a decent triple threat match. Jericho escapes up the ramp, calling for security to stop Hook, but to no avail. He dispatches the detail before going after Jericho to the back. Okay, a video package. This issue between Blackpool Combat Club and the Don Callis family have lead to this match between John Moxley and Konosuke Takeshita, with the added stake of this being an IWGP World Title Eliminator bout. Back at ringside, Konosuke Takeshita makes his way to the ring for our next match. Out next is John Moxley, the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, making his way through the crowd as he heads to the ringside before this match gets underway. So we get the IWGP World Championship Eliminator match, John Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita. And this match right here, this match was fantastic. Okay. AEW Double Nothing quick results. AEW International Champion match. Will Ospreay defeated Roger Strong to win the title. AEW Unified World Trio Champion Bullet Club Gold, Jay White and Austin and Colton Gunn defeated Death Triangle. AEW Women's World Champion Toni Storm defeats Serena Deeb to retain. Orange Cassidy defeats Trent Beretta, which was also a good match. FTW Rules True Threat match for the championship match. Chris Jericho defeated Hook and Kazuyori Shibata to retain. The IWGP World Championship Eliminator match. John Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita. Okay, let's move on. But that match was good between John Moxley and Konosuke Takeshita. Alright, Where's that match at? I know that match. And yeah, so where is it? I found it. Hold on, I found the chat. I found it. So then we get yeah, I found it, y'all. I found it. So we get John Moxley faces Konosuke Takeshita. This was a good match, man. It says John Moxley's arm is taped up following Konosuke Takeshita's attack on AEW Collision. John Moxley takes the fight to Takeshita. Konosuke Takeshita targets his injured arm. He drops John Moxley with a hammerlock slam. Um, Takeshita slams John Moxley's arm first onto the apron. John Moxley rallies and they brawl at ringside. Takeshita kicks John Moxley's arm while it's taped around while he's trapped in a chair. Takeshita spikes John Moxley with a brainbuster and continues to target his arm. John Moxley fires up again with the cutter. Um, Takeshita locks in an armbar. John Moxley transitions to a triangle choke, but Takeshita slams his way out. Takeshita gouges Moxley's eyes. John Moxley dives onto him at ringside. Back in the ring, John Moxley leads Takeshita with a lariat. Takeshita dumps John Moxley with a wheelbarrow German suplex. John Moxley plants him with a Paragon ship. Takeshita and John Moxley trade blows. Takeshita gets a 2 count with a knee strike. John Moxley goes for a Death Triangle Rider, but gets sent shoulder first into the ring post. Takeshita drills him with a stiff shot and hits the Death Rider for a 2 count. John Moxley stumps Takeshita onto a chair and hits the Death Rider for the win. The winner of the match, John Moxley. This was a good match. So we get Adam Copeland battles Malachi Black. Barbed wire steel cage match for the TNT Championship. Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black. This match was fun. This was a fun match right here. Adam Copeland gets a special entrance with fire, new music, and red lights. The bro is showing on the entrance screen. The bell rings and the competitors take the fight to each other. They get chairs and swing them at each other. Copeland gains the upper hand. Copeland grinds barbed wire into Black head busted. Malachi Black's head busted him open. Black tries to do the same, but Copeland fights out of it. Copeland slams Black into the cage wall and hits a Liger bomb. Malachi Black rallies and kicks Copeland's legs, sending him face first into a barbed wire, busting him open as well. Black grinds the barricade barbed wire bat into Copeland's forehead. Copeland hits Black in the midsection with a bat. He grinds back Black's forehead with a barbed wire bat. Adam Copeland climbs up the wall and Black kicks his legs out, crouching him on the ropes. In the process, Black and Copeland battle on the ropes. Black slams Copeland through a table and gets a 2 count. Copeland drops Black with a spear out of nowhere. Copeland is stalling a pile driver. He puts Black on a table he puts Black on the table and wraps and bar wire around him. Copeland climbs up the cage and dives off the top, putting Black through the table, and Black kicks out of a pin. A counter with a spear attempt with the end for a 2 count. Black hits Copeland with some strikes. Black kicks Copeland and sends him crashing through the cage door. Copeland hits a spear on the floor. Buddy Matthews and Brody King, Malachi Black come out and tease, turning on Malachi Black before they attack Copeland. Back in the ring, the House of Black gangs up on Adam Copeland. The lights turn red and the dark music starts playing. Gangrel comes out of the canvas and attacking King and Buddy Matthews Black drops Gangrel. But Adam Copeland hits him with a spear. He wraps barbed wire around Black and locks in a crossface until Black passes out. The winner of the match is still TNT champion Adam Copeland. This match was fun. This match was fun to watch. Adam Copeland takes his wedding ring back from Black. He celebrates with Gangrel after the match as they embrace backstage. Lexington interviews Don Callis and asks him about his interest in Orange Cassidy. He says it's been a great night for the Don Callis family. Don Callis praises Orange Cassidy and says he will be on Dynamite to present Orange Cassidy with a contract to the Don Callis family. Okay, so we get the TBS Championship match. Willow Nightingale accompanied by Stokely Hathaway, and Chris Statlander versus Mercedes Moné. And this match right here, this was a solid match. Mercedes Moné gets a special interest. She talks some trash but runs away when Willow takes the fight to her. Willow slams Moné onto the apron. She continues to control the match and overpowers Moné. Willow's leg gets stuck on the ropes and Mercedes Moné targets it. Mercedes Moné traps Willow in a ankle lock. Willow and Moné trade strikes. Mercedes Moné trade blows. Mercedes Moné drops Willow with a dragon screw and continues to target her ankle. She drops Willow with an backstabber. Mercedes Moné wrenches Willow in an ambitional stretch. Willow transitions into an ankle lock. She drops Mercedes Moné with a promise. Willow Nightingale keeps rolling and gets a 2 count with a spine buster. She slams Mercedes Moné to the mat and hits a fisherman suplex. Mercedes Moné drops Willow Nightingale with a powerbomb. Willow Nightingale fires up with a knee breaker on the apron. She goes for the cannonball, but Mercedes Moné evades it. Mercedes Moné hits a meteor. Hathaway and Chris Statlander distracts the referee, and Willow Nightingale hits a powerbomb. Mercedes Moné locks in the bank statement, but Willow reaches the ropes. She hits Mercedes Moné. She hits the money maker for the win. The winner of the match and your new TBS champion, Mercedes Moné. This match right here, this was a decent match. Okay. Mercedes Moné celebrates her win. Chris Statlander helps up Willow Nightingale. Stokely Hathaway yells at Nightingale and Chris Statlander and shoves him down. Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale walk away, and Chris Statlander turns on Willow, which is I called it straight down the middle. That Chris Statlander was going to turn on Willow Nightingale. I called it straight down the middle. She drops Willow with a disgust clothesline, and Willow and Stokely Hathaway smile. Okay, so we get the AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland, accompanied by Prince Nana versus Christian Cage with the Purgatory. Purgatory. And this match right here, this was a good match. Strickland and Cage lock up and fill each other out. Strickland briefly gains the upper hand. Christian Cage drops him with a DDT and grounds the champion. Strickland sends Brian Cage into the barricade and rocks him with a kick. Christian Cage counters a dive and takes control as he grounds Strickland. Christian Cage squashes a rally attempt with a DDT. He gets a 2 count with a frog splash. The Tarchity interferes, but Strickland rallies. He pounces Christian Cage. Strickland keeps rolling. He drops Christian Cage with a neckbreaker and drives onto him at ringside. Swerve Strickland gets a 2 count with a crossbody. Christian Cage evades the house call and locks in a sharpshooter. Mother Wayne grabs the world title belt, but Prince Nana stops her as he takes the title. Nick Wayne gets the referee attention and Prince Nana gets ejected. Kill Switch and Nick Wayne attacks Swerve Strickland at ringside. Christian Cage tries to get Kill Switch to headbutt Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland does, and Kill Switch headbutts Christian Cage. Swerve Strickland fights off the Patriarchy, but gets caught with a spear. Kill Switch goes to interfere, but the Patriarchy gets ejected. Swerve Strickland catches Cage with a flatliner. Swerve Strickland suplexes Christian Cage onto the floor. Swerve Strickland and Cage battle on the apron. Swerve Strickland goes or a tackle, but crashes face first into the steel steps. That was a brutal spot. Dick Way runs in and drops Strickland with a cutter on the floor. Christian Cage hits the kill switch for a 2 count. Christian Cage slaps Strickland and goes for a kill switch on the broadcast table. Swerve counters with a swerve stomp onto the table. Back in the ring, Swerve Strickland counters the kill switch. Christian Cage snaps his neck on the ropes. Swerve Strickland catches Christian Cage with a house call and hits a swerve stomp. He hits another swerve stomp for the win. The winner of the match is still your AEW World Champion, Swerve Strickland. This was a good match. So Strickland celebrates his win after the match. Okay, so the tag team AEW wages war with the Elite. So we get Archie in the ring. Team AEW Brian Danielson, Darby Allin, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler versus the Elite, the Young Bucks, Jack Perry, and Kazuchika Okada. This main event right here was fantastic. This was like a movie. This match was like a cinematic, not cinematic, but this was like a movie. But this match right here, this main event match was fantastic. FTR and Brian Danielson attack the Elite doing their entrance. Darby Allin runs and wearing some kind of mask. As the brawl is on the way, Matthew Johnson demands to to crew to play the Young Bucks theme song, and they do. Danielson gets a microphone and tells them to play the greatest theme song in the history of wrestling. Final countdown plays. The brawl continues and spills into the countdown. Dash Harwood and Matthew Jackson fight into the Concruise area. Okada and Danielson brought in the crowd. Um, Brought in the crowd. Yeah, Harwood gets a drink from a vendor from a vendor. Darby Allin hits a coffin drop off the balcony. Matthews demands the music to stop as it's too expensive. Darby Allin and Jack Perry are fighting backstage. Okada holds up a Rainmaker drive sign and dives over the barricade onto Brian Danielson. Darby Allin and Jack Perry keep fighting backstage. Darby Allin shoves Jack Perry into a containers full of ice and drinks. Jack Perry hits him with a pipe. The Young Bucks hit Shatter Machine on Harwood, who is busted open. The Elite gangs up on Brian Danielson. The a scapegoat bus runs through a pile, but Jack Perry is shown knocked out behind the wheel, and Darby Allin is nowhere to be found. Okay. FTR hits Nicholas with a spike power drop on the apron. They hit Matthews with a superplex slash splash combo. Okada spikes Wheeler with a tombstone. Darby Allin makes his way back to the ring and takes the fight to Okada. Darby Allin hits a cold red on Okada. The Young Bucks powerbomb Darby Allin onto some chairs. They drag him up on the entrance platform and have the crew lower the elevated platform. Brian Danielson brawls with the Young Bucks on the stage. The Young Bucks hit Brian Danielson with the TK driver onto part of the set. Harwood takes the fight to the Young Bucks. Wheeler joins the battle. Okada and the Young Bucks gain the upper hand. Okada sends Harwood through a table with a elbow drop. Nicholas sends Wheeler through a table with a dive off part of the stage. Backstage, Jack Perry grabs Tony Khan. Darby Allin comes out with a flamethrower just as Jack Perry drags Tony Khan out. Darby Allin lights Jack Perry on fire, and the Young Bucks put him out. The Young Bucks drag Darby Allin to the ring. Matthews goes for a 450 splash, but Darby Allin moves, and so he lands on the garbage can. Darby Allin kicks Okada below the belt. Darby Allin hits Okada with the coffin drop, but the Young Bucks breaks it up. Okay, Okada and the Young Bucks gang up on Darby Allin. Harwood fights them off. FTR hits Nicholas with the Shatter Machine. Matthews hits Harwood with an exploding chair. Okada puts Thumbtacks studded sleeve on and hit Wheeler with their Rainmaker. The Young Bucks tied Darby Allin's feet and have him hung upside down by the ankle from the ceiling. The Young Bucks super kick Darby Allin with tax covered shoes while he's hung upside down. Bryan Danielson rallies and hits the Young Bucks with the tag stud shoe. He takes the fight to the Young Bucks and hits Nicholas with a chair. Okada hits Bryan Danielson with the Rainmaker. The Young Bucks hit Bryan Danielson with the EVP trigger. Jack Perry hits Danielson with a running knee for the win. The winner of the match, the Young Bucks, the Elite. This match right here, this was fantastic. And let me go back up top see what I'm forgetting. So we get I already read that part. So we get Deonna Purrazzo versus Thunder Rosa. And this match right here, this was a pretty good match. Deonna Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa filled each other out early on. Purrazzo gains the upper hand. Thunder Rosa fires up with some strikes. Deonna Purrazzo drills Thunder Rosa with a shot to the face, but Thunder Rosa catches her with a dropkick. The match heads to the outside, and Purrazzo drops Thunder Rosa with a boot to the face. Back in the ring, she grounds Thunder Rosa and talks some trash. She maintains the upper hand. Thunder Rosa rallies again. Purrazzo takes control again. Both women are down after a double clothesline. They trade blows and Thunder Rosa fires up with their furious of offense. Purrazzo stops her momentum with a spirit in the corner. Thunder Rosa goes for the Cobra Clutch, but Purrazzo escapes. Thunder Rosa drills her with a discussed forearm. Purrazzo goes for an armbar, but Thunder Rosa escapes. Thunder Rosa drops her with a backstabber. She locks in the Cobra Clutch again, but Purrazzo counters with a pin for the win, and she puts her hand on the ropes. So the winner of the match, Deonna Purrazzo. This match right here, this was pretty this match was okay for what it was. Let's move on. So the broadcast team runs through the card. Backstage, the Acclaim and Billy Gunn hype their match against Brian Cage and the Gates of Anagi. Tony Khan comes to the stage with Martha Hart her discussed the Owen Hart Foundation. Her announced that the Owen Hart Foundation Cup tournament winners will get a world title shot. The finals will be the Calgary on July 10th. So we get the acclaim Anthony Bowens and Max Caster and Billy Gunn versus Brian Cage and Gates of Unagi, Bischoff, Kong, and Toa Leona. And this tag team match right here, this was fun to watch. This was a fun tag team match to watch. Caster, Brian Cage, and the Gates of Unagi with a rap on the way to the ring. Khan and Caster start their bout. They go back and forth. Khan overpowers Caster, and Billy Gunn tags in. Billy Gunn tags in. Brian Cage tags in and flexes, as does Billy Gunn. Brian Cage gains the upper hand. Billy Gunn fires up with some punches. Brian Cage drills him with a shot to the face. Gates of Ognagi attack the Acclaim. Both teams brawl at ringside. Brian Cage and the Gates of Ognagi gain the upper hand. Anthony Bones' leg gets slammed in the steel steps. In the ring, Brian Cage in the Gates of Ognagi isolates Max Caster. Khan continues to control the action. Max Caster rallies with a crossbody. Leona trucks over Billy Gunn and kicks Max Caster. Max Caster preserves a tag. Billy Gunn, who clears house with a fury of offense. Max Caster takes the fight to Khan, but gets double teamed by Khan and Brian Cage. Billy Gunn gets triple teamed, but Anthony Bones breaks up the pin. He particularly one-legged, but he takes the fight to all three men. The Las Vegas Knights mascot stops Brian Cage from using a chair, and Mascaster hits him with a famouser. Billy Gunn cradles Khan for the win. The winner of the match, the Acclaim and Billy Gunn. This was a fun tag team match right here. It says the Acclaim and Billy Gunn scissors with the Las Vegas Knights mascot. The broadcast team runs down through the card for the main show. Double or Nothing main show. So I already read this match right here. So AEW International Championship match, Roger Strong, accompanied by the United Kingdom versus Will Ospreay. This match was fantastic, and the winner of the match, the winner and your new AEW International Champion, Will Ospreay. So yeah, so I already read that part. I'm just going over what I just saw, and I'm glad MJF is back. So Bang Bang Gang defends the gold. So I already read that. That tag team match was fantastic, and Tony Storm defends the gold. AEW Women's World Championship. Tony Storm accompanied by Mariah May and Luther versus Tamina Deep. And this match right here, this match was pretty good for what it was, pretty good. And the winner of the match and still your AEW Women's World Champion, Tony Storm. So former friend Spike, Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta. This was a good match, and Orange Cassidy picks up the win. So we get a triple threat match for the FTW title. Chris Jericho defends against Hook and Kazuchika Shibata, and Chris Jericho retains. This was also a decent triple threat match. So the winner is still your FTW champion, Chris Jericho. So we get John Moxley faces Konosuke Takeshita, IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Eliminator match. John Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita coming by Dunk House. This match was fantastic. Fantastic match. And the winner of the match, John Moxley. Okay, let's move on. So we get Adam Copeland battles Malachi Black. Barbed wire steel cage match for the TNT champion, Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black. Good match. Good match. And Adam Copeland picks up the win. And Gangrel showed up, was there tonight. So the winner is still your TNT champion, Gangrel. I'm sorry. The winner is still TNT champion, Adam Copeland. And Gangrel was hugging Adam Copeland. It was good to see Gangrel at AEW Double or Nothing. Then we get the TBS Championship match. Willow Nightingale accompanied by Stokely Hathaway Stokely Hathaway and Chris Statlander versus Mercedes Moné. And this match right here, this was a decent match. And the winner, your new TBS champion, Mercedes Moné. And I already been knew that Chris Statlander was going to turn on Willow Nightingale, and I called it straight down the middle. Okay. Then we get the Swerve AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland, accompanied by Prince Nana versus Christian Cage. This match right here, this match was good, and the winner is still your AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland. That was a good match, and we get the main event of the evening: Team AEW Rags of War with the Elite. Team AEW Bryan Danielson, Darby Allin, Dice Hardwood, and Cash Wheeler versus the Elite. Young Bucks, Jack Perry, and Kazuchika Okada. This main event right here was a fantastic match, and I love this match right here. And the winner of the match is the Elite. And AEW Double or Nothing goes off the air. Okay, let me give my honest opinion about the show. That AEW Double or Nothing was a good show, and by far AEW Double or Nothing. This was a good show. This is one of my favorite pay per views right here. AEW Double or Nothing in 2024. This was a good show, and I give it a 10 out of 10. Just to be fair, this was a good show. The match card looked good, and that's all I have to say. But AEW Double or Nothing was a good show. All right. If you guys enjoy my AEW Double or Nothing review of highlights, please give this video a big fat thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys thought of AEW Double or Nothing tonight. To me, it was a good show, and I give it a 10 out of 10. But I was so happy to see MJF back on AEW, and that's all I got to say. That made me happy when MJF was back, and he cut a fantastic segment. All right, and what I was about to say. Oh yeah, make sure you guys watch the video before you like, comment, share, subscribe. So if you guys are new to the channel, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content. Follow me on social media down below in the description. And I will see you guys tomorrow for my WWE Raw review and highlights. This is your boy, Big Boy Snacks Shine TV. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. And I'm out of here. Gang. Oh yeah, too sweet. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And I am going to make a YouTube short video this should show you guys proof that will be premiering my AEW Double or Nothing review on Highs at around 4 o'clock Eastern time. So that YouTube short video is coming up next. That's all I have to say. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Keep your crew, keep your kings, keep your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang.